Anele and the Club
on 947.
There aren't many names which are bigger than Kaizer Chiefs.
Jessica Mdoda, Marketing and Commercial Director at Kaizer Chiefs.
Jessica Motaung.
Let's go! Another big interview
with Anele and the Club
only
on 947.
I see they brought the players' sizes, eh?
I'm
Not
trying
the
to
bomb
put it
squad.
on and it's so snug. I'm like, whoa. Like, now I look like a henchman. I'm like, I can't move my arms. I can't move. No, I'll get my size. And I'll get my size right before the derby this weekend. Are we calling it a derby? Kaizer Chiefs against Sundowns?
That's actually a very interesting question. It's not really a derby.
Sit down,
It's just a huge
Sit your
game.
down.
It's a huge game, right?
Okay, so we've got Jessica Mdoda, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for Kaizer Chiefs on the entire continent. Now, you are now once again playing the responsible older sister because you were meant to bring your brother here, but he is not here.
No, he's not here with us this morning, but I understand he's dealing with a whole lot of issues. Look, we've got a big game coming up. We've got Amazulu happening this week, and we've got Sundowns. So technically, the guys are very busy.
When is Amazulu?
It's on Wednesday.
Where?
In KZN, Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Okay, that is going to be huge.
So that's a build up to our game to Sundowns. So very important for him to be working and managing stuff.
There is a spirit and an energy of renewal around Kaizer Chiefs. You guys have got it, okay? Obviously, you've got this new jersey that you've brought here for us. There's a new coach. There's a new tactical team. The entire league itself has got a new sponsor with Betway. And it seems like you guys were kind of ahead of the curve because granted, we've had like a decade of like a slippery slope. But it seems like in the last 3 years, you guys have been making decisions that place you guys in a very good spot this year.
Well, Anele, we had to be deliberate. I mean, we've been through a lot, and we had to look at where we were and say we need things to change. And if they have to change, we have to really be realistic about the hard changes we needed to make. And we were clear around changing the technical team, bringing in new players. And you're right, there's a whole new energy in that arena. It's different. You can feel it with our supporters. They're absolutely enjoying just being at the games. You saw what happened in what you call Bloemfontein.
Full stadium.
With the Toyota Cup, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And also for Maruma Gallant's home game. I mean, we say with our jerseys, our home jersey is gold and black. Our away jersey is black and gold. But everywhere we are, we're always home, guys. Wearing our home colors.
You guys definitely have the coolest kit, eh? I'm sorry, like the kit is just boss.
By
It's
far.
boss.
But now you say tough decisions had to be made. And naturally, this will always come from the top. And you guys, as the family, and I said this earlier, you must be the biggest soccer family on the continent.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Now, obviously, these tough decisions must happen at the top, right? So you kind of have to go, and when you go to your father, do you say daddy or do you say, Mr. Motaung, can I have a meeting?
I said chairman.
Chairman, you see.
Chairman, okay.
And then when I'm home, I say dad. But no, I mean, it's interchangeable. But certainly, I mean, we also have a very strong board that works with us in making these decisions to make sure that we take the club where it needs to go. And I think what was key also was to make sure that the team and the technical team had the right financial support. Because I think that's also what people don't understand. Football is an expensive business. It's not an easy business.
It's always
it's
leaking
costly,
money.
And we had to make sure that the right investments were being made and we bring the right team together.
I want to ask, how tough is it when you're making these decisions? Because you can't change things overnight.
Yes.
Like you can't pitch up from one week to the other with like a completely new team, it takes time to build strength in a football club. How tough is it when you're making those decisions? You guys know you're looking 5 years ahead to what's going to be coming, but you still have all your fans and people shouting from the sidelines.
Well, it's a big challenge, and you realize now it's even more difficult with social media. You don't get a break. But at the same time, you have to have a long-term view, and that's something we've done. And we're not just looking 5, we're looking 10 years down the line. And it takes time. You've seen it with clubs. Even our current league champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, it took them 10 years to really turn things around. You see it in the UK, you see it with Liverpool. But it's really about making those decisions and sticking to some of those decisions, because it's very easy to be fickle and go with what supporters want quickly. And I must say, we're very fortunate to have supporters who understand the game.
But I think that's the
I was actually
brand.
just about to
Yeah.
ask, how much do the fans play a role in like team selection, coach selection, and how much do you block out from social media and that kind of thing? Because it's very easy to get wrapped up when they say, Anele played better than Frankie this weekend. You should have, like, how much does that actually affect you guys
Look,
with
we have
transfers?
To be professional. We have to be professional. But I think we have, in some cases, been swayed, and some of the decisions were made and they didn't work out, you know? But right now, I think there's been a clear, deliberate path way in terms of how we're doing things, how we're engaging, but we're always listening. And like I said, they know their football, you know, obviously very emotional. And I must say, we're fortunate. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have our fans.
Dude, I've heard people say on Robert's show, yeah, I should be a Motaung because I know that you like, whoa, keep the DNA paternity test to yourself. Okay, listen, on the way, we're going to play a game with Jessica. Come on, Family Feud.
Yes, of course.
It is the biggest soccer family on the continent, so we're going to play Family Feud with her.
I don't know about this.
And then I was thinking, in the last 5 years, the best thing Kaizer Chiefs has done, do you remember?
I know where you're going with this.
The chips.
Yes.
Dude,
So delicious.
those chips were the best thing with the tomato ones.
The tomato ones. Still
And
think
we
about them.
deliberately kept the tomato flavor because a lot of the brands have discontinued it, knowing our fans love it. But snacking is such a big business. But really for us, we just felt that we have a big licensing program. We felt it was so important to look at what our fans do really like. And we were very, very conscious of how we selected the people who did it. And even the guys from FIFA said, the most amazing chips. I had the guys walking out of the derby, of our derby game with the chips.
No, trust this team here, Anele and the club.
4 months.
4 months. Like, we had a stash, and we also feel like the stash that was delivered, we were meant to share it with the building.
Yeah,
But it
no, we
didn't
didn't.
happen.
No, babe.
Well, it's in the forecourts now. It's at Spa and at the petrol station. So our supporters and everybody can go back and get them. But we'll make sure we get you another
Please.
stack. How's that?
More a consignment.
947.
In studio, we have the Chief Marketing Director of Kaizer Chiefs, Jessica Motaung is in here. And I would say that in the ebbs and flows of the team, the one person who's done her job 10 out of 10 the whole time is Jessica. Because even when things were not going right for Kaizer Chiefs, the fans are still there, man.
Look, we have such loyal fans. I'm so thankful for them. I think our sponsors, everybody knows they're just very, very loyal. Even if they're very emotional, we fully understand.
Or upset.
And we understand, but just very loyal to us. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you so much. They supported all our initiatives. They've just supported the brand through and through.
Do you know what it is? It's like a marriage, right? They say, whilst your wife is still complaining, you're in a happy marriage.
Yes.
When she keeps quiet,
That's when you're in trouble.
That's when you're in trouble. And I think the Kaizer Chiefs fans across the continent, I'll land in Nigeria, right? And hi, where you from? They take my passport. South Africa. Kaizer Chiefs. And you're just like, across the continent, you just have like this strong brand. What do you do continuously to make sure that the brand stays strong?
Well, I think it's through the kind of partnerships we have that are international partnerships. That's very important. But I think it's also engaging on the ground, whether it's locally here in South Africa. I mean, one of the things is we have branches across the country. So we work with our branches and supporters across the country. And then, of course, I work on the continent with a lot of our supporters on the continent. We have branches continentally as well.
I've seen that recently you guys are also playing a lot of games across the other teams across the continent as well.
That's a very deliberate approach, hence the Toyota Cup, to say, let us play young Africans. We may not be in the Champions League this year, but we want to make sure we're constantly on the continent now because our brand is very strong on the continent. And we also want to make sure that our football is equally as good. But certainly trying to make sure we push the envelope in terms of marketing a lot, you know, and make sure we really come to our supporters in a different way.
So, I mean, I get that there's a board, but ultimately, I think the one thing that ties us to you guys is that you remind me of the Foresters. Right, in the Bold and Beautiful.
Yes.
No, really, you remind me of the Foresters, and even before you were buying the dress of the Foresters, you're buying into the family, and we buy into the family a lot. Is the pressure for you guys not? Because I mean, I have siblings, and we squabble a lot, right? But so is the pressure for you guys to always get along public faced?
Look, I think it's important to be united in the work that we do, but certainly it's difficult working in a family business. And I mean, a lot of football teams are actually family businesses. That's what a lot of people don't understand, you know. And you actually give your life to the business.
Because now I must come to your child's party, but you spoke nonsense to me in the boardroom yesterday.
Exactly.
No, but I think there's a certain maturity that has to exist, you know. But it is challenging. It's not easy, you know. And you also have to find a way where it's not about work all the time, and that's the challenge, because otherwise it can just be about work, and you need to know when it's time just to be a daughter, or when it's time to be a dad, or when it's time to be a grandpa. You know, I think that can be a challenge. I mean, one time I said, my one son, he was young, he's like, when does grandpa stop being the chairman?
When is he grandpa?
I just, you know, so I think that's the issue. But at the same time, what's wonderful is because you have a shared common vision and you love each other, you can create magic when you get along.
And with the grandkids, are all of them playing soccer? Is anybody venturing off to rugby or hockey or swimming?
No, not all of them are playing soccer. My one son has been playing soccer for years. He's just gotten a modeling contract in the UK.
Okay.
My other son is been into music and drama all his life. So he sometimes says, guys, do we always have to be talking about soccer? So, you know, I mean, kids have different interests. Bobby's son is into basketball. Okay. So, you know, you've got to let your kids be who they want to be as well, you know, and that's important.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so speaking of the family, we decided we're going to play a game with you. Okay. You know that TV show with Steve Harvey, Family Feud?
Yes. I haven't watched it that much, but I'm here.
Don't worry, we're going to bring you up to speed. What we're going to do is, so you ask a question and then there are possible answers, right? Now, these are the top 4 most asked questions in Family Feud across the globe.
Okay.
Okay, we ask these questions in our building.
Okay.
And so then you have to give the answer of what's the most likely answer. What's the answer you think everyone came with? So here's an example. Name a place that will always have a long bathroom line.
The ladies, a concert, for example.
Concert?
Yeah, definitely, because ladies' toilets are never enough at a concert or at a stadium. This is never enough toilets.
Okay.
What did I say to you? She's gonna go for D. Stadium, sports, concert. There you go.
Yes.
You see? She's gonna score on the scoreboard. 10 points to you. Now you warm. Okay. Name a food that you might lick.
Ice cream.
Okay.
That's
That's
number
number
one.
one.
That's what everyone said, yes.
Okay, that is 40 points. She's really good at this. Okay, number 3. Name something a lot of kids seem to be addicted to.
Sugar. Sweet.
Okay,
if I have to, video games.
there we go.
Video games.
The phones, video games, TikTok. Okay, I'll give you 5 points for that. Okay, at number 4, name something that drips.
Yeah, your sneakers.
Oh, wow, she went there.
Oh, she went hip
This
hop.
is, you see, this is how, I mean, look at that, huh? With the culture, drip. No, we meant like actually drips.
Oh, paint.
Okay.
Okay, no, you're wrong. The number 1 is a tap. Number 2 is a candle.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Did sweat, a geyser, or
Okay,
mucus?
it was really, really physical, hey?
Yeah, like really dripping.
No, I was on the culture.
Yeah.
This is the thing with this game. Like
I'm
you
telling you.
just never know. But it's fine. You have represented the Motaung family well. You got yourself 10 plus 40 plus 5. Okay. That's 55 points. Well done.
Thank you.
And we're going to take these points. We're going to send them over to a PSL and we're going to put them on the Kaizer Chiefs one.
If we're starting at 65, I'm happy, eh?
Then it's going to be a season and a half, my friends. So listen, this coming Saturday, they're playing at F&B Stadium. Tickets are on sale. Guys, let's go fill up that stadium.
Please.
The weather is going to be spectacular.
Yep.
It is going to be Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs.
That's
this is
massive.
a clash of the Titans. Get your jerseys. Where are we buying these jerseys? I'm already wearing mine.
Well, we've got our store at the village, but obviously we've got a couple of stores, but wonderful retailers like Total Sports, Studio 88. We're all over the place. I must say our relationship with Kappa has been amazing. Their retail footprint has been incredible. The merchandising is wonderful, and we've made Kappa cool again.
Yes, you have. You have. Because the last time Kappa was cool was when they sponsored Bafana for the AFCON. I remember I had that jersey.
Yes.
It's an iconic one,
Yes,
very iconic.
Kappa's most the 2 people sitting back to back. Yes, that's the one. And now Kaizer Chiefs have made them cool again.
Is that tracksuit, is that available there?
Yes,
Okay.
it's available.
The one that you're wearing.
Too. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also, high five to Vodacom.
Yeah.
Dude,
What a sponsor.
Year in, year out, they're just like, we will not leave these guys. These are our people. And that's the thing when your team is not doing well. You even panic about things around sponsors. You're like, oh, will they stick around?
I think we're fortunate as a brand in terms of having sponsors that are very, very loyal to the brand. And I think Vodacom know what the Chiefs brand does for them. 25 years with Vodacom. They're celebrating 30 years. 25 years with Vodacom.
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
amazing.
Talk about heritage,
and strong.
eh?
Yes,
Yeah,
a
talk about
strong
heritage.
heritage. And we've just had such a great history with them and just very proud to be associated to the Vodacom family.
Listen, I absolutely love the winds of change that are happening there. But because to me, at Kaizer Chiefs, it looks stable. You know when you change things slowly, and then you wake up one morning, you're like, oh, I think that this year's your year.
Looking forward to it.
I
And
think
thank
this
you guys
year's
for
your
the
year.
support.
And like I say, I have made a conscious decision to take my child to stadiums now. I was just like, we can't sit and say, oh, the stadiums are empty. No one's going to the stadiums. If you say it, go to the stadium.
It's
Exactly.
important. I was just
Yeah.
in the UK now and I attended a couple of games with my son. And just the culture of going to the stadium is amazing. The experiences and the relationships and the bonds that you create through the game. That's what we want people to come have a great experience. We're doing a lot with our stadium experience to make sure people have a good time at a hospitality level. But just generally, we've just sold our season tickets that are out on sale so people can come and buy a season ticket and just have fun and bring kids back to the stadium. We've created a family zone to make sure that families are a lot more comfortable in the stadium environment. So let's attend our games, guys. And that's across the board. I mean, very proud of the PSL with their new sponsor, Betway. And we're looking forward to making sure that our football really, really stands out in the continent.
We love you and you absolutely have our support. This coming Wednesday, you take on Amazulu down at Moses Mabhida Stadium. Good luck for that. And then the big one.
There's nothing like an FNB booty roll there. FNB Stadium booty. It just slaps different. Huh?
It does indeed. And I'm pretty sure that the trains are going to be making their way to FNB this coming Saturday as well.
We're looking forward to all the support to make sure supporters can get to the stadium and enjoy it.
There we
Amazing.
go. Jessica Motaung, Chief Marketing Director at Kaizer Chiefs Continental, my friend.
947
Anele and the club.
on 947.